Lion Queen is making the pace here, chased there by Compliance. The one who moved a little wide the track there was Azai. As they entered the home straight, Lion Queen had the first one, but always being chased into the race by Compliance, who took no chances. And as the heads turned for home, Compliance was the one who made the first move. Beautiful look for the passage in between runners. Got that opening as they entered the last 200 meters. By then, Compliance had about a length and a half, 2 lengths on Beautiful, and held down to that lead readily. Under the rip a little bit into the last 50 meters just for good measure. Compliance, your winner, from Beautiful in second. I'll hand it over to the judges' box to announce the placings for the opening race of the season. Vivicilla went on a start-to-finish uncontested lead into the last 600 meters or so. Keeping track on the proceedings in front, there was Galen with Hindu Singh on board. Third Avenue at this juncture is in fourth spot. Circle of Love, who was in box seat just behind the front two, did not really accelerate despite getting the inside opening. As they entered the last 400 meters, Galen made the first move, took about 2 lengths on the field. Third Avenue under a ride came up with a run on the outside. Had such an outstanding winter season last time. So Third Avenue got into a duel with Galen. They went for hell for leather into the last 150 meters. Then Third Avenue starts getting on top. The one moved up late into the scene there was Basharat. So that's your top three. Third Avenue, Basharat and Galen. I'll hand it over to the judges box. There you have the replay. Thar and is going out in front, about length and a quarter in front of Mandolin, was chasing the early pace, and Dubai Bay was looking a little unsettled as they entered the last 450. Harvest Time made very smooth progress into the race. The one who was an eye catcher, definitely another chance for Roka to redeem itself a later part of the season. It moved up very menacingly, but in the meantime, Harvest Time, who's definitely going into the classics later part of the season, moved up very nicely and beat this field hollow into the last 250. Hands and heels, a couple of reminders just for good measure. Roka moved up late, but the race was already in the safe keepings of Harvest Time.
And as we see the replay here with as they start negotiating the bend to straighten up for the final run-in, she's traveling well in front, 400 to go at this stage. And Neeraj Rao has not really pressed the button as yet, but once he asks her to quicken, she does that very impressively and kicks clear by 2.5 lengths from Arabian Queen. Trevor there had the stick going on Arabian Queen, but it made absolutely no impression. Queenstown was very solidly going very well in front. She continued to keep that distance about 2.5, 3 lengths, and at the end winning it comfortably from Arabian Queen. Whistleblower then ran on to finish third. So leave it to the judge to give you the final placings.
I have with me trainer Neil Darashaw. We're going to talk about his winner, Queenstown. So her last start was in the Fillies where she came second, and now she's given you a win. What are the plans for Queenstown up in the future?
Well, her last start was in the Fillies trial. She ran second to Faith, who is a very nice filly from Bombay. She's had a long break over 50 odd days. She's put on a little weight, 10, 12 kilos. And she sort of needed this race. So I'm happy. And she's won her lead-up race, which is going on to the 1,000 guineas.
Wish you all the best with Queenstown for the guineas. And let's see how the race goes. Thank you.
They're very tightly bunched up here, all 8 of them with 600 to run. Rika Legend from the front, dictating it from the front. Arman Khan, consigliere coming off the bridle. Hidden Gold caught about 3 deep. And in the box seat there was P. Trevor on Anastasia. She was really traveling well at this stage with 400 to run. And he cruised up on the outside of Rika Legend. And when Trevor asked her for an effort, she quickened and went 2 lengths clear. Once she did that, it was all over bar the shouting. Trevor just hands and heels, just reminding her to keep going. By this time, she's already 2.5 lengths clear of the rest of the runners. Hidden Gold with jockey Neeraj Raval then came flashed on the scene, but that was too late. Anastasia already won the race. So, impressive victory here for the Bay filly. Anastasia, trained by Dipesh Naredu and ridden by champion jockey P. Trevor.
Bread and Butter is making the pace, and box seat there is Iron last. The one who was second last at the bend there was Dream Chaser. As the field was brought into the home straight, Bread and Butter tried to kick away but didn't really have much in the tank. Jinsuku was the one who was the eye catcher for a while, moved between runners. Iron Lass was found a little flat-footed. All this was unfolding in front, and you can see the winner now sprouting wings on the wide outside. Came to throw down a very strong challenge to Bread and Butter. They had a duel for about a couple of strides, then Dream Chaser absolutely went away. So I'll hand it over to the judges box to announce the results of the last race of the day, the Abbeville Handicap.